And that's what makes men pissed is when they'll post like the dinner only. It's like, and when the guy will try and get, he's like, I pay for this. Hello, you want to get a picture of me too? I pay for this. I've been with a few girls where they would fucking get, when they get in the car, they just take a photo.
Yeah.
Or no, they take that Instagram reel or whatever the fuck. The boomerang video or just the video of the music playing and their feet on the dash and the road.
I hate when they put their feet on my dash, bro. Get your shit off of my car. You know what I mean? Like, that's so disrespectful, dude. Like,
you know that every Monday on my Instagram social media, I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for 24 hours. The people vote on it, and then me and Dante discuss the results here every Wednesday. This week's poll question was, how do you prefer to meet new dates? And the options were in-person, dating apps, social media, or friend of a friend. Before we get into the results, Dante, how do you vote here?
Well, this one, the way my mind works, I'm like, how is this question even being asked? Like, is it like, would I prefer to meet them in person and like I saw them for the first time in person, or is it
how do you prefer to fucking meet new people that you're wanting to date, nigga? You don't have to make it so goddamn crazy.
Well, that's my brain. I don't know which way to take.
Move the mouse for me. All right.
What just happened?
Oh, just monitor. Went to sleep.
Yeah. So I would prefer to meet people in person, but that's just me. You know what I mean? Like, I'd much rather meet people in person. On the other hand, you're
acting like it's crazy what you're saying, but it's not. That's normal as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not these new age fucks. Tinder me, Hinge me. Although I've had a lot of success on those. I'm not going to fucking act like. But like, I feel like the mentality that I was in when I was using those, like they completely plow. Which is fine, I like pussy. But I just, dating apps are whack. Like, damn, bro, dating apps are whack. But, I guess people are afraid to talk to each other. I really do think, like, we're going down this path of, like, people just don't. It's also a lot scarier, I think, for men. You know what I mean? Because cancel culture and Karens and fucking whatever the fuck. Yeah. Say the wrong thing, misgender somebody, mislabel somebody. Yep. Like, but also, I think if you're a creep nigga, there's no way you can approach anybody fucking normally. You're giving off creep vibes.
But it's not even up to you. Even if you don't see yourself as a creep, someone else can just say you're.
No, 100%. But you know what? It is up to you, bro. Bro. You think I present as a creep, nigga? Like, no. I could if I want, but this is what I'm saying. If you're not honest with yourself, if you don't really know who the fuck you are, and then you're gonna be like, I can't, like, in person doesn't work for me. It's like, really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, how are you approaching people?
Yeah.
And where are you approaching them? Yeah. Are you talking to a bartender behind the fucking bar while she's working? You fucking dumbass.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, sure, that does work, but you gotta be really GQ handsome to pull that shit off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, know your place, nigga. I also love meeting people in person, but side note, friend of a friend, classic.
Friend of a friend is even like it narrows the focus because it's almost like this person says they're good for you. For you. Right?
But also that you got to be good with those. You got to be good with that friend.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that, and I think that is a very old school method. Social media is straight up for creeps. I think I was in high school and I was using social media to try and fucking date bitches, trying to get in the DMs and all this fucking stupid ass shit. People really, when I tell you, like, I swear, bro, people must have think I wasn't even talking to girls for a while because I realized I've never been the type to post every woman that I'm with because I realized that it's a strategy that men use. You know what I mean? On social media, it's like, not to expose all men, sorry, but you're weak ass nigga. When you have to post that you're with women so that other women will see you so that they know that women like you and all that shit, I'm like, are you, how much of a bitch ass nigga are you, bro? But that's a strategy that a ton of men employ, and women too, to get a guy jealous. They'll post that they're with a guy. They'll never, and that's what makes men pissed is when they'll post like the dinner only. It's like, and when the guy will try and get, he's like, I pay for this. Hello, you want to get a picture of me too? I pay for this. I've been with a few girls where they would fucking get, when they get in the car, they just take a photo.
Yeah.
Or no, they take that Instagram reel or whatever the fuck. the boomerang video, or just the video of the music playing
Yeah.
and their feet on the dash and the road.
I hate.
Bruh.
I hate when they put their feet on my dash, bro. Get your shit off of my car. You know what I mean? Like, that's so disrespectful, dude. Like,
yeah, I've let it slide every once in a while. Sometimes a bitch has pretty feet. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
I'm not into feet like that, but I'm not gonna say they're ugly. Sometimes they're ugly. Sometimes they're pretty.
Yeah.
Put your feet up. Whatever, bitch. You got pretty feet.
Fam, I just find it so disrespectful. Like it's not even your house. You know what I mean?
You be in there just wiping like this with the armor on and shit.
Dog, they just come in, put their feet up immediately. I'm like, oh my god. It just cheeses me to that. I don't know why. I don't like when people just.
Well, no, because it is disrespectful. Like 100%.
Yeah.
Imagine being on a plane. You ever have that happen?
What?
And then someone put their foot on your fucking armrest?
No.
Yeah.
Like, not on my armrest.
Usually white people. I'm looking at you. You know what I mean? It's mostly, I'd say it's like 90% them. And that's being generous because I do want to say 98%. I'll give you 10% grace. Mm-hmm. But most of the videos I see is like, this nasty motherfucker on social media and shit.
Yeah.
Usually some custy ass white feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would still say that in person is my preferred method because, you know, I actually have confidence in myself and I have ability to talk to people and look at them in the eye. And you know what? Women really respond to that. When you approach them with confidence and the right energy, and if they're not into you, you're cool to just walk away. I also don't have an ego about myself. Yeah. So like, you know, but this came over time. It's not like I was always like this. You know what I mean? There was definitely times when you approach with that fucking awkward energy. Yeah. That girl will walk right away from you. She has every right to.
Yep.
But yeah, in person is definitely and then I would say friend of a friend next. And then, you know, because I have used dating apps, why the fuck not? And I guess you can find real love on that shit. It's not like you can't.
No, you definitely can.
I'm just thinking about the way that I use them.
Yeah.
And bruh. Because I was employing 3 of these 4. I was meeting women in person at my shows on a weekly, nightly basis. When I was at my peak at Toronto, bro, I was meeting women almost on a nightly basis. I was on the dating apps, and then I would have friends that would recommend me to friends. Like, I was a menace. I was a menace. Maybe I even snuck in a DM or 2. I'm sure I did, because I really was a menace. But, you know, I worked on myself and realized that I want my comedy career to go places, which is crazy because I'm really just shitting on the industry. So you would think, like, what did you realize for you to just be talking like this? Well, I realized a lot about myself, and it's that I have the supreme confidence in myself and my ability. Let's see what the people voted. Goddamn! All right, 82% said in person, 5% said dating apps, 14% said friend of a friend, 0% said social media. Salutes to everybody. Thank you. Social media is the weird one. I put that on there just to see, because I know niggas that used to fucking. I know niggas that used to, bruh.
I feel like that's 0%.
That's not honesty. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's not all the way honesty. But I got to check how active these like how many people voted.
Yeah. 0% social, because I
know niggas that used to use Facebook. They used to use yo, bro, use Facebook, dog. Yo, Facebook, Instagram DMs, Snapchat. I consider all that shit. I think Snapchat is just for prostitutes at this point. People selling OnlyFans and prostitutes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, people using TikTok. TikTok's a new way.
People using TikTok. People using People using TikTok, bro. That's crazy. Yo, that is a dating app though. TikTok would be a dating app. But people using TikTok to fucking.
Yeah, because they post their thirst traps on TikTok, and then
you're right. They subscribe to my OF and all that,
and then subscribe to the OF.
Yo, this is just a thirsty ass generation, eh? Like, I think thirst is a good word for whatever's going on in the world.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clout, thirst for clout.
Thirst for attention for sure.
Attention 100%, but it's like all the wrong attention, and that's why it's oh man, being an artist in this day and age is like I've found my pathway in this shit.
Yeah,
and I'm sure a lot of people have, but it is so weird, bro. It is so weird with the advent of social media and all this shit. What people think they want versus what they actually want versus what they tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like social media, our habits of this scrolling shit make us think we want certain things. I promise you, all summer long, every show I did, every audience I asked, do you think that life was better before internet and cell phones were a major thing? Everybody.
Yeah.
And then even the last show I did, there was like this 19, 20-year-old group of girls. And they're like, we don't even remember. But then we started going through it.
Yeah.
It was like, because they barely remember, but it's like, okay, let's now break down what you guys had versus like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like everybody just kind of agrees. It's like, and then I asked the question, is like, so then what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
I asked the question, is like, so if we all agree that this shit is all warped and fucked up and life was better before, I really start posing the question to everybody. It's like, well, then why do you use it? You know? And I like just put up that mirror. But I do it in a comedic way. I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all niggas. You ain't paying for this shit. And why would I give out my jokes for free? And like every comedian thinks, let me put out my jokes for free. Yeah. And then the niggas show up to the comedy club and guess what? You don't write enough jokes. And they saw your shit. Shit, nigga. And the beautiful thing is I have literal like hours of jokes at this point. And I still refuse. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to me, but I do know. But niggas, it just... Yo, shout outs to Dominic Tetro, the manager of the Mississauga Yuck Yucks. No longer a manager, no longer with Yuck Yucks. That club no longer exists. But that motherfucker gave me this piece of advice. And he even told me this isn't my advice. This is general advice that I've heard, but it's so profound, bro. And he gave it to me, and then that pause. And then, and I just remembered that piece of advice ever since. It was when I was first trying to sign with Yuck Yucks, who I'm now signed with, you know what I mean? And I was like, this was maybe 3 to 5 years into my comedy career. And I'm doing all the clubs and I'm doing the open mics and shit. And I'm getting decent, but I'm nowhere near where I am right now. And so I just asked Dom, I'm like, yo, can I talk to you for a minute? And I went to the manager's office. I'm like, yo, bro, you obviously see me. You put me up, so you like what I've been doing on the stage and all that shit. Thank you. It's like, but I'm trying to get on with the club. Like, how would you suggest that I get in with the club? He's like, honestly, man, and this isn't my advice, just make yourself undeniable. Make it so that every time you're on that stage, when you walk off, if somebody's not, like, if there's an opportunity and someone in the room can give you an opportunity, make yourself so undeniable that if you don't get that opportunity, it's obviously something wrong with them as opposed to something wrong with you. And when I heard that shit, bro, it was like a light bulb went off in my head. And then you combine that with the lessons of Nipsey, the marathon. That was the first like full deep breath I was able to take in comedy. I was like, all right. Just focus on being undeniably good. And sure, people pass you by, but that's all perception, man. And I had to work on that because there was definitely times for years where I'm like, oh, damn, they're passing me by and shit. But bro, it's like, gladly take whatever is there for you because that's meant for you. And I know what I want. I know what I'm willing to do for it. And I know I'm willing to wait to get what I know I can get on my own, in my own way. And man, what a beautiful place to be in. Somehow we got there from this. I already said the comedy shit was over, but you know me, Diatribe. Wait, was that one of the buttons? If you just hit it, just hit it.
Boule ass nigga.
That'll play out on the audio and video. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, that's this week's poll results. If you want to get in on the action every Monday on my Instagram, that's AKA Black Zeus on Instagram. That goes live and stays up for 24 hours. And, you know, it scrolls at the bottom of the screen if you're watching the video version of the podcast. What's up, beautiful people? Thank you for watching this. If you like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification button. We got new podcast episodes every Wednesday, comedy clips and segment clips throughout the week. Follow me. I'm AKA Black Zeus on all social media. Dante is Person1Prod. And, you know, stay beautiful. Peace, peace.